The early ones often would use a bottle of hydrogen gas venting past two little spark electrodes, like a little stun gun sort of thing. And that electrical arc would light the hydrogen gas, and that would give you a nice hot flame, in theory, to light your fuel. The problem was those things were notoriously unreliable. If they got wet, they wouldn't work. They were dependent on batteries that would die or corrode or not good stuff. What was used by the M2 and a lot of the other more effective flamethrowers was a set of pyrotechnic cartridges. So this basically is a 5-round cartridge of little teeny road flares. They're fired by basically a friction match, and what happens is when I pull this trigger, it's effectively just striking a match inside one of these 5 cartridges. Now this happens to be a cartridge with 3 fired units and then 2 duds. So these look like they would when the unit was ready to use, but they've been fired and they don't work. The original strikers didn't run. These are 50 or 60 or 70 years old. So one of these cartridges goes in the nose of the gun, and I'll show you that whole assembly in just a moment. And then you have a totally waterproof ignition mechanism. These were, first off, they were transported in sealed tins, which obviously makes them weatherproof to begin with. And then once you have this out, it's wax sealed on the back, it's wax sealed on the front. There's actually a lead seal on the front of each one of these charges. And while they will deteriorate over extended time, many months, you can drop this thing in the water, pull it out, put it in the gun, and it'll run just fine. That was one of the really important points of the M2, is that you could literally jump off a Higgins boat, submerge completely in the water, climb up on the beach, shake the water out of the end of the gun, just for convenience sake, really, and the gun would immediately light and fire. And that was somewhat uncommon of flamethrowers.